Back at it again with another gameplay video. Today we're playing Gone Home. And yeah, I did play this yesterday. Not a really long game, but I thought something maybe you guys would like to see. So we're just gonna get right into this. Got that cassette tape loading screen. Oh. Oh. I don't know if it's freezing or not. There we go. The Fulbright Company presents.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Alright. Gone Home. At first I thought that this was a horror game. And here we are. Caitlin Greenbrier. Portland. Flight number 270, June 6, 1995. Anything else other than this key? Just don't want to miss anything. Can't do anything with the bags, so... And this is just for the lamp. There we go. And close it. Don't check in the pots. No. Really dark. Wellspring Movers, Inc. 1287 Harper Drive, Forest Grove. From Terrence Greenbrier. Boxes, kitchen, boxes, master bed, boxes, child bed, boxes, library, boxes, office.
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
Alright. Got a note in here. I can't read what most of that says other than work from new house. Or, okay, directions to work from new house, alright. What do we got? Janice Greenbrier. Alright, so that will probably be the mother. Terrence will probably be the father. And obviously Sam is the little sister. Sam. Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. What do we got here?
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam. Where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
It's searching here. Author magazine, Stephen King. Get published, The Secret. And here we have toilet paper. I don't know what we can do with hand soap. Band-aids and cleansing powder. Don't see why I could pick it up when it's not useful. Cards. DeSoto. Will probably be the last name. Oscar, Doc, Masson, or Mason. I'll go with Mason. Oscar Mason, 60, of Boone County, died peacefully last month in his home. Mr. Mason was born on September 8th, 1933, in the house that would be his home for the rest of his life. He attained his degree in pharmacy at a young age and returned to Boone County to practice. He quickly became a well-loved figure at the center of the community. In the decades preceding his passing, he was seldom seen outside his home. A service will be held this Sunday at the First Methodist Church at 1 p.m. All are welcome. His survivors include his nephew, Terrence Greenbrier, as well as in spirit the people of Boone County to whom he provided wellness and comfort. Welcome, new student. We hope that you're as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following with you on your first day of classes so that you can get right into the swing of things. One sturdy folder with pockets for each Year 6 class periods. One line notebook per period or one large notebook with 6 divided sections. At least 6 pens, blue or black ink, and 6 pencils. One box of colored pencils, a standard combination lock for your assigned locker. A nutritious lunch or $2.50 for a lunch provided by the school cafeteria, and a positive attitude. Please remember to get plenty of sleep the night before and be ready for the first bell to ring at 8 a.m. See you soon, and again, welcome. Beth Valance, Principal.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class, and I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. They just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
False bottom. Alright, on what I hope and imagine is a joyous occasion. News reaches me that, I think it says reaches me that you are newly married to, I don't know. There seems to be a piece missing, that's all I know. And, well, nothing in there. Alright. Is it, combination? Nothing in there. Nothing in here. Pacifist Insurance Masters electrical inspection form. Name of insured / applicant Terrence Greenbrier. Does the entire electrical system meet local codes? Yes. That's weird. I wonder if one of the achievement or trophies is going through the game without turning on a light. Aha. I know about the false. I'll just put that there. I'll put it back. We got another folder. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting in the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even as it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's a ton of guys half your age who would take half your rate to rate stuff I could actually use, but David's known you for a long time and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot. On his say-so, you should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everyone will be happy. Brent Kurtwood, Reviews Editor, Home Theater Aficionado Magazine. Okay, there's a code, digits, so that's probably the combination to that thing. 0451. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and a typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filled at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important letter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise, Kubelik and Wise, attorneys at law. Well, that's hard to read, other than will and tested. I believe this way. No, not this way. What do we got here? Okay. Right, music. Ah, yeah. Time for some silly feeling. The accidental savior. No.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevation.
Hi Terry, enclosed please find a Pioneer CLDB 703 unit with remote and cables. We need a half-page review for the October issues, so that gives you about 2 weeks to get us a copy for edit. Standard stuff like you gave us on the CLDB 502. It's a combi player. It's a traded CD playback with a few discs as well as Laserdisc. And they want us to definitely hit the signal to noise ratio and toss-link stuff for high-end buyers. Looking forward to your take on it. Enjoy the limit.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevation.
Nothing in there. Oh. Girl Scout. Oh, I'll just put it there. Put it back where it is. Hauntings and Poltergeists. Leonard O'Rourke. Soda can. Batmobile.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Let's see. The Haven at the Edge of the World. Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2, story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seems. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost him at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up alongside. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back to him, "Why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world, and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said. And the ship sailed towards the sunset. Awesome. It's a pretty good story. I don't want to miss anything. So I looked at all that. Now we go down this hall. What do we got here? That creaking is really bothersome. That's what makes it seem like it's a horror game. Something filled with jump scares. The Accidental Pariah. The Accidental Savior. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercury Books will be unable to publish your follow-up to The Accidental Pariah, despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior. We went ahead with publication of the second book in hopes of the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first. And so our stewardship of the series must end here. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you and John Russell the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Donald Tripps, publisher, Mercury Books, Inc. Nope. A Reproductive System Worksheet 6.
Somehow I always knew that someday we'd be.
Some highlighters and a note.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, it turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that Psycho House girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the Psycho House. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Katie, please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. So there's something in the attic. And I searched that. Regional track and field finals. Girls long jump event. Caitlin Greenbrier first place. Then why is it silver? Out of here with your eyes. Girls 100-meter relay first place. Jamie Bloom, Carla Jones, Shauna Rossi, Caitlin Greenbrier. Aww. Okay, I think. For Sam.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls, I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, am 17 years old, and am therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compare with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own like a human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Caution, radiation area, keep out. I'm coming in anyways. Bratmobile, cool, schmoo. Yeet that. Some more Nintendo games. Staggy. Nothing seems to be in here. So I think we gotta keep moving. It's Steggy. I think I've looked at everything in here. Nailed it. Ultraviolet.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. It's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, you're so beautiful. And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
Holy Bible. That would be economy. Alright. I know of every secret. Toothbrush. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such a short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Yeah. I don't think I can look at anything in here. Oh, there's a note. Heavens to Betsy, nothing can stop me.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Lonnie. Holy crap, I was in the library and I know there's something in the corner. I found a secret passage. And it had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Oh my god, I've got to see that I've got to see this. We're skipping 6. That's what I opened. Sam's darkroom, do not enter if red lights are on. But I want to go in there. So I gotta go in here. And through here. Hidden compartments found 3. One in the library, one in the upstairs hall, and one in the foyer. Evidence of supernaturals discovered 0. Anything else in here?
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close. and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Something in 501. I'll start with 0. 0501.
Lonnie came over today. Everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Alright, so I got the key to the bathroom and not the other room. Or not the bathroom, the basement. I don't know why I close it. I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and I also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confidant, Lonnie. Dear Miss Suru, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate. Following the aforementioned meal with my parents, your family's Thanksgiving feast was more enjoyable of the two events. I must say, I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a lovely woman, with sterling taste and a refined air. Let's do it again sometime next year, shall we? Indeed. Indeed. Madam Samantha Greenbrier. That's fair. Alright.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Richard Greenbrier, PhD, Professor Laureate of English University of Oregon. Oh my god.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Oh, come on. I wasn't done reading that. X-ray specs. Girl Scout.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show. They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
That's a lie to Mom and Dad situation, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome, and everybody was moving.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom is such a bitch. That's alright. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home she takes it out on you. Like, because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it. I'm sorry. It's okay. I know she's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. Feel sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. So I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? No. There's a light. There we go. And here we have a note. Or a thingy. Kink 102 FM presents Earth, Wind, and Fire at Civic Auditorium. Thursday, February 23rd, 1995, 8 p.m. $28. Jesus. Oh, that's not really a lot. Alright, so we need to maybe go like this first.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Samantha and I'm assuming that says Lonnie. I don't know what this is. We're in the woods one day. Oh, I don't know. Seems to be a story of some sort.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it. And then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
I should check this room. There. This skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3. Love you, Merry Christmas to you, Al. Yes, treasure it always. I think that's Lonnie. Now we're gonna go over here. I don't think I opened that panel then. Alright. I'll go look. Ouija board. There's your... Hello. Hello? Hello. Who are you? Oscar. What do you want to come back? That was like nothing. Maybe this game felt long, or it didn't feel too long when I...
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. And she was singing I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
So how many have I found? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I got 7 more.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off, then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone. The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
So I'm missing 5 journals so far. I'm pretty sure this is where the game ends.
Oh my God. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere. for us. And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Well, opening this signifies the end of the game.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me. And you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday. Love, Sam.
Oh, you having your cookies and milk or what?
Yeah.
Well, what did I get you doing? You ate them all last night?
Not last night, the night before.
Oh.
Alright. Well. Thanks for watching. And tell me what you thought of this video in the comments down below, and hit the like button, subscribe maybe, and I'll see you in the next video.